Hello everyone, I'm DireFox240 and welcome to Prowler Power Hour. I've got a few people to thank. Zeroth, Lunasec, XQC, and the Gift of Cookies. I appreciate you all for the follows. A little bit of info actually about the Gift of Cookies. She's a food and drink streamer whose sole purpose, well not sole purpose, but whose goal is to gift people cookies. And honestly, that's the most wholesome thing I think I've ever heard about in probably quite a while. So, you know, please.
If I remember right, she just loves to bake cookies and winds up with a bunch of extras. And the channel name is The Gift of Cookies, partially because she takes the extras and gets some followers' addresses and whatnot and sends them out.
Yeah, I think she's trying to hit either affiliate or some such. Oh god. And as soon as she does, she wants to start sending out cookies. So, yeah, it kind of speaks for itself on that one.
Yep.
But I appreciate the return follow, as always. And if you happen to stop by, hello! I don't know, I'm terrible at this whole, like, future messaging thing. But we're back with another Prowler Power Hour, and essentially I'm just gonna see how many quests I can stuff into an hour. It's pretty much my goal. I still have the HR6 Prowler quests to do, so I figure screw it, I'll do those, and then I'll start on the key quests, assuming I have time. But we get to start with the frickin' raptors because, you know, ow, you're a dick. You're still a dick. Oh boy, that's how this day's gonna go. Here, you purple bastard. Well, purple-headed bastard. I know I've mentioned it before, but I remember having to actually farm this monster for the violet scales with Death Stench armor on the hunter. Probably wasn't worth it in the long run, but screw it. It made some good layered sets. Also, he was eating Topaz. And I kind of just let him do it. I apologize, Topaz. Please please cure my poison. I'd appreciate it. Do you not have detox horn on you? Did I take it off for some stupid reason? You're not playing the horn. Ah, there we go. I apologize, something crashed outside and I don't know what. Alright, Direwolf to the rescue. Was it a Nerf gun? Mother dick. This Arjom in particular is beating the crap out of me.
One of the little shitlings was out there doing schoolwork and knocked something over.
Oh, it sounded like one of his Nerf guns.
Yes.
Doesn't he have like a wall of them essentially?
Yes, he does. He has an armory of Nerf guns.
That seems fitting, actually. Topaz is just on antidote duty. He is my anti-dobra. I'm sorry, I love that word and I will use it every chance I get.
I know. It was actually really ingenious of them.
Oh yeah. Like, some of the names for a few of the Endemic Life are pretty adorable. But I think anti-dobra kind of takes the cake.
Yeah,
like,
so far.
So far. I've told you about, or have you seen S-Cure Go?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw that one. I still think Anti-Dobra is better.
I agree.
Not by much, but it is.
I think it's just because we're not a big fan of snails. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see, it's Anti-Dobra, Stinkmink. Oh, the Puppet Spider, but that's not exactly, like, a clever, witty name. I'm not sure what I would call it considering its function. I mean, Puppet Spider's still pretty strong.
I was trying to remember if there's an actual spider called a puppet spider. But I think it's a wasp that does it? Or is it a mushroom?
Oh, you're thinking of the mushroom. The one that literally possesses insects?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a mushroom. If that's not a horrifying thought for you.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there's also a wasp that does it. Just certain insects.
I think you're right.
They wind up laying their eggs inside of them or whatnot.
Yeah, it's freaking creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy and disgusting. And ingenious.
Oh, of course. Hey, listen, Mother Nature was never a,
One to waste.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Or is it simple solutions for complex problems? I don't know.
Yeah,
Mother Nature
maybe.
has some really complex solutions for a simple problem.
Oh my god. Like, ow. God, there was a creature I was just thinking of. The praying mantis. The praying mantis that essentially mimics a specific flower that its prey likes the smell of. And the praying mantis itself is like the size of a quarter.
Yep.
Or something like that. I forget what it's called. Like
I
the
believe
lotus
it's-
mantis or something?
I believe it's either an orchid praying mantis or a lotus praying mantis.
Orchid sounds right.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Ow. Oh, thanks for breaking him for me.
I think there's probably a spider or two like that, but the praying mantis is...
Freaking cool looking.
Yeah, it's the one that always comes to mind.
I think I remembered it because Josh over on Rage Gaming made a compilation of a bunch of pink animals for Cotton, and that praying mantis was one of them.
Oh.
I forget why he did such a thing, but it doesn't surprise me. Actually, that reminds me, my boss, when it started snowing today, did you get that message?
I got that it was snowing.
So, she was kind of just hanging out, and she looked outside and all of a sudden was like, what the frick, it's snowing. And it was only like a flake or two, like nothing crazy. And then she's like, we weren't supposed to get any sort of like precipitation whatsoever. Then, 2 minutes later, it starts freaking sleet snowing. And there's just huge chonky flakes coming down for all of like 2 minutes.
Huh.
And she was like, Mother Nature be really pissed off about something today. So after that, it was just bright, happy, and sunny, like the rest of the day.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Nature be weird. Oh god. Ow. Hi, Jerome, I kind of hope that you're at least somewhat weak to dragon. It'll just make this a little bit less annoying. Although, hitting the monster helps too. You pin Topaz, you pin Sapphire. Leave the help alone, damn it! Oh yeah, I don't think I told you. One of the speedrunners killed Mizutsune with just the Palamute.
Yeah, I think you told me.
I did?
think it
Okay.
was like 7 minutes.
I have no idea. But, like, I knew it was bound to happen. Like, as soon as they were like, oh, you can ride the Palamute, and you can attack with it, and so on and so forth. Like, some mad lad was gonna do it. I guess it only makes sense that it was the speedrunners. Well, one of the speedrunners. I think it was Kanta. Damn it. And the second one's here. But the other one's limping. Fantastic. I will chase the limping one. That's what any good predator would do. Chase the weak ones. I also just now realized, because I'm not running melee cat, you don't get to hear the Valstrax sword every single time I swing it. Because I'm using the boomerangs. And the boomerangs don't make the sound. I'm not sure if that's an oversight or a welcome thing. Ow. Oh god. Oh god, I'm surrounded by minions. Oh. Alright. Fantastic. Next. No, I'm not carving the body. Something tells me I'm not gonna need Iodrome scraps for any reason whatsoever. I just hope these Prowler quests get me something at the end of it this time. Unlike those useless 10-star ones in the frickin' village. Watch it have been something like, if you hadn't already done X thing in the hub, you would have unlocked something. I think there's a couple of things like that in GU, I just can't remember what they are. Oh, of course. Running into poison hurts, you know. Thank you, Topaz. As per usual, my Palicos are the MVPs. I really can't imagine how much harder this would have been if I hadn't made all the cats beforehand. Like, I thought about it, like, part of my brain was like, nah, do the real challenge and go from scratch, and I'm just like, is it worth it? Is it worth the aggravation of sitting here and re-rolling the skills for I don't know how long? I forget how long it took me to build the cats in the first place. I think it was like something like 2 days.
A while.
Long enough. Because of course I didn't have any of the templates already. Despite having hired like 40 cats. Well, for the sake of explanation and clarity, I guess, since we're here. Prowlers come in so many varieties and colors. Color's less important. But they have a set of skills in like a bracketed system. So you only get so many of each type of skill. I think they're just A, B, and C. That's how they have them labeled. And some cats don't even get A skills, it's just a medley of B and C skills. Like, Vincenzo here. I can't remember if he has an A skill or not. Most of them don't, because the A skills are usually, like, traps and high-cost skills that generally are worth it, but not at the same time. Because, I mean, having a trap is always useful. But I believe Wrath of Meow, the tank, is one of those. And while it's fun as hell, it's not quote-unquote optimal for general use. So a lot of people just skip it. But unlucky me, I was hoping that I would have a cat with like, "Hello! You are awake, sir! Thank you for the host. I am just talking about catos and genetics, as always." I'm talking about the freaking attributes of the cat. It might as well be genetics.
Okay.
How is you, good sir? I want to go back to sleep.
It's 7 at night, though.
I don't blame him. Oh god.
Don't you have work or something?
I'm assuming he has work tonight. I can't remember what days he said he was working. Oh god. I mean, admittedly, I wanted to go back to sleep when I woke up this morning too, but different reasons. So I may have overdone payday a bit, you think?
Okay.
But what do you mean? I know you were having a whole heaping hell of fun with it.
Night.
Oh, work Wednesday? Okay.
Are you over leveled or something?
Oh, probably. I mean, he was doing hard missions last time. I think you were on hard difficulty last time? So you're not working tonight or Tuesday night then? I may have streamed for 10 hours last night. Good lord, mate. You know, you started streaming Payday and you did like 3 hours, and then it crept up to like 4, and then it went up to like 6 one time, and then you got to 8, and now you're at 10. I am concerned for your well-being. But did you have fun, I guess is the question. Well, I assume you did if you were streaming for 10 hours.
I hope so.
If you were streaming for 10 frickin' hours, that means you were probably still streaming when I woke up this morning. Because you only got started when I went to sleep. Which is the unfortunate circumstance of me and Duo right now. Oh, Palico Ranch wants to talk to me. That's too bad. I'm busy. I know they just want to give me a ticket, so I'll just do that off freaking camera. I'm essentially speedrunning the menuing system. Although speaking of that, there was a dude that we watched at one point that was speedrunning up to a certain point in Generations Ultimate. Like, from jump, from the start of the game, like, fresh playthrough, all the way up to, getting... God, what the hell was it called? It's a certain headpiece. And watching him navigate the menus was dizzying.
Yeah.
Like, that dude was freaking crazy. I went the wrong way. And a sizable chunk has the game audio muted because of a hotkey I subsequently disabled. Oh no! Well then. You mean like majority, like 5 hours majority?
He probably means majority as in like 8.
Oh, that would suck. I mean, granted...
It's not the first time.
Well, I was about to say, well, no, it isn't the first time, but at the same time, it's like... my very first stream, I forgot to frickin' set my microphone properly, so...
2 to 3 hours, he says.
Oh, that's not awful in the grand scheme of a 10-hour stream, but still pretty sucky.
2 to 3 hours is still pretty shitty.
Yeah. Was it all audio, or just you?
Probably him.
So I figure it wouldn't be as terrible if it was just him, even though it's still bad. Oh god. Game audio? Ooh. Well, at least you found the hotkey. Was it like an OBS setting or something like in the game itself?
Well, I imagine if it's game audio, it's probably in game.
That's kind of what I was suspecting as well. Or it was like a chat button or something, if you were multiplayer. There was something I set up to mute the game for raid alerts that never worked. Oh. Huh. Yo! Hey Tom, how's it going? How did your earlier charity stream go?
Yeah, Tom, we managed to get an early snack in.
It's going.
Just figured, why the hell not try and get an hour stream in before making dinner and going to sleep.
Yeah.
See if we can manage it. See about repercussions and maybe the feasibility of doing it raw.
Yeah.
Like, as much as possible.
Yeah, essentially, I'm hoping that, like, whenever Duo isn't streaming, when I'm, oh god, attempting to be a good moderator, that I can do these quick 1 hour streams before I have to go to bed. Hey, this is another one of those quests where I have to, oh god, break a specific part of the monster, and then leave it alone for the rest of its life. Oh god, Malfestio, why? Oh, you're so good at following up attacks. God, I can't imagine if he actually makes it into Rise. The freaking, like... I was about to say seizure, that's not the right word. The freaking jubilant cries from Josh.
Dual bought and modded
a lot
lots of guns in the game.
Good! So I imagine that was one of the things that you were excited about with that game. Because it looks like you had the pretty good heap and chunk of choices. Ah, of course. I power up one power up only to lose the other one. Malfestio, are you doing the freaking really annoying thing where you're gonna leave from this side but go... or leave from the east side and go to the west side of the map? So I feel like that's what you normally do. Yep. Actually, Duo, I can't remember. Have you come close to finishing Red Dead? Or are you still working on Red Dead? I thought you were still working on it.
I think he's working on Red Dead. I bet he's
I know...
probably about halfway through, so...
Yeah, I know I missed a few of those streams, also.
Yeah. More than we'd like to admit.
Oh yeah, of course. It's unfortunately the nature of the game at this point. Pop in for the first, like, half hour, and then have to go to bed. Haha! Now I can drop a bomb on your face! Assuming you don't buck me off anyway. I'm like halfway there and it's losing me fast. Oof. Like the story isn't good? Like it isn't holding up? Or you're just so distracted by Payday?
Payday, probably.
Probably a bit of both, if I had to guess. Excellent. I killed a tiny bug. Well, one of my palicos killed a tiny bug, and I wounded this Malfestio. Well, feathers grow back. Right? For the most part. It's like I just kind of ripped off his little earlet, and that should grow back. I hope. Like I side quested too much, also the audio issue is really annoying. Oh, what of it being too quiet? Also, there's no such thing as too much side questing, at least not in my opinion, but then again, I'm the side quest queen. A direwolf gives me this evil look. I will not advance to the next level until all the side quests are done. Or, you know, the fact that I've never beaten Skyrim. Like, legitimately. Dude just says yep.
All I have to say is Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, I destroyed 15.
Yes, you completed
Every freaking
side quest, every optional side quest, every dungeon, and every optional dungeon, including one where you can't
use
see
items
in order to fucking get through it, and it's platforming.
Oh,
three-dimensional
God, that one.
platforming in the dark.
Yeah, that one was nuts.
And one where it's a 100-floor dungeon where you can't use items or weapons.
I couldn't use weapons? Or was it...
Actually, no,
I could use weapons.
You couldn't use items.
1,500 hours in Skyrim, has never beaten it. Something like that. I think we calculated at one point of how many hours I put into Skyrim, because I have it on the...
It's a lot.
Because as everybody else does, I have like 5 copies of Skyrim. I have one on the Switch, the Xbox 360, and then we also have the Legendary Edition for the 360. We have it on the computer, and I think we have a copy that we got on the PlayStation 3 for like $5.
Yeah.
So I've played it a lot.
Final Fantasy 15, I think, was 600 hours before you completed the campaign, and then another, a total of something like 1,000 or 1,100, and you completed everything and got the PlayStation 4 freaking trophy, the platinuming trophy, meaning that you got
all
everything to do.
The only thing I didn't do, actually, was get every single fish. I have the best fishing gear in the game, of course, but I haven't fished up every single fish. There was a couple of, God, what were they called? Gars, I think, that I was missing?
I don't know. I feel like you're lying saying that you missed fish.
I might be. I did a lot of fishing quests.
Yeah.
A lot of those hours were sucked up by fish.
Yeah.
What was it, the Tide Grouper?
The Tide Grouper, you pulled something that most people, that people who do the fishing in Final Fantasy 15 would call bullshit on.
Oh yeah, because I had no business reeling that thing.
You spent 3 days in
game
reeling in a Tide Grouper on the second best rod. No,
it was worse than that.
No, it was like the first upgrade rod and like one from the best fishing line. And that was before they introduced the
better
higher
fishing
grade
line.
fishing rod and line because people couldn't complete the fishing missions.
Yep. I remember sitting there on like 10% integrity on the line for like a day in game to get that freaking Tide Grouper.
It was horrible.
But the picture that I got was worth it.
Yeah, because it was like a 120-pound fish or something like that.
Can you imagine? There's 4 dudes just jumping into the freaking
You
ocean.
essentially reeled in a over 100-pound fish on fly fishing line.
Pretty much, yeah. That's about the equivalent of it. Oh, thank you, Sapphire. Good timing. I'm just gonna harass this rabbit. Don't mind me. Although it seems like a very cat thing to do, to beat the crap out of a rabbit. I'm waiting for Baku to hear me sing 15's praises at some point, and him just be like, "Are you freaking insane?" Like, I understand probably why he wasn't a fan, because it wasn't like your traditional JRPG in any sense of the word. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It had its traditional moments, for sure, but it wasn't turn-based, and it was essentially a road trip, which is a very American thing, actually. Tragedy addicts. Yes.
You mean realism.
I'm Italian, we love tragedy.
Realistic.
Realistic tragedy. Yeah.
We like realistic crap.
Fun fact, I spoke to an actual Italian, like, from Italy, and I asked her about, like, Italian entertainment habits at one point, and she started laughing, and she was like, Italians love it when the bad guy wins. In fact, there was a movie, I think, Direwolf, you know the answer to this, where, like, it was a couple of robbers or something like that, and they got away with all the money, but for the American version, they adjusted the ending so they got hit by a train at the end.
That was actually an American movie.
Was it an American movie?
Yes. It is called Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry.
Fantastic.
And it wasn't for Italy, it was America. It was an American movie, and the bank robbers,
I think they were bank robbers,
three
yeah.
people in the 1970 Dodge Charger actually wound up giving the police the slip, and just as they figure out that they've won, and have actually won, they go over a set of train tracks and get hit by a train and the car blows up. Because, you can't have the good guys. You can't have the bad guys win in America.
Yeah, but in Italy, they would have hated that ending.
Oh, yeah.
They would have been like, why?
They
got away with it.
the second half of the movie? I might have actually seen 3/4 of the movie. It was actually kind of a not that crappy movie, but that ending was absolutely fucking horrible.
Of course. Because they get away with everything and then just, Deus Ex Machina train.
Yeah.
Like, Deus Ex Machina frickin' plot devices are never a good thing. Well, usually. It depends on how it's used. If it's used in, like, comedy, then it's kind of expected. Or a lot of anime and manga use it as well. Oh, okay. I stopped the rabbit's charge apparently at the right moment. But yeah, so fun fact, Italians prefer realistic tragedies. At least that's what I understand from a real Italian. A real Italian. I realize how that sounds, but I'm not sure what other way to put it. Although my other Italian friend, who I believe was Italian and French, because her mother was French? I can't remember. Told me that Italy was the only place where you got full frontal naked Goku. Back when DBZ was still on the air.
Yes, because Italy knows the distinguishment between art and porn.
That's very true. Well, I don't think Italy has a lot of censorship in terms of...
That's the point.
...of nudity, so...
That's the point.
I don't think it has any, actually. I can't remember what she said.
It's kind of the point.
Yeah. Like there would be ads
if
with,
you grow up in Italy, you've seen fully naked statues
of men and women
on almost every other corner.
Yeah, I mean it's Rome, so
no.
Rome and
Rome
Greek
is in Italy, yeah.
Well, yeah, but you have a lot of the
Oh, Roman Empire.
Yeah, Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Which spanned more than just Italy, I realize, but
you know. Well, more than the Roman Empire was the freaking the Renaissance. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, guys like Da Vinci and and whatnot drawing anatomy essentially.
You had Rome and then you had the Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
Both of which are home in Italy.
Yeah, and with the Renaissance, it was there was of course the heavy Christian imagery, obviously because it's Italy, but the artwork was still very anatomical and the study of the human body essentially.
It was also a big fuck you to the church.
In some cases, yes. What was it, Michelangelo?
It was and it wasn't.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, obviously, because the only people who were paying for art at the time was the church.
No.
For the most part, besides, like, rich people.
Rich people?
Yeah. Like
patrons.
Patrons.
Yeah, there's...
Like the Medici family and so on.
Yeah, the people buying art, rich people buying art and shit
like portraits
Italy
and stuff,
funded the arts way more than the fucking church did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine so, at least.
I don't remember. I was always under the impression that the church paid out a lot of money to have, of course, the churches decorated and so on, but...
Well, yeah.
Like the cathedrals and whatnot.
Yeah, they spare no expense.
Of course.
Their golden cows.
I know, right? Irony? Me oh my.
Sorry, I'm an asshole.
No, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind. It's kind of sad, really. I shouldn't say I've been caring less and less about certain things, but I'm just jaded.
A lot of people would get offended at the comment rather than saying it more accurately. which is that they spend to show the splendor, but
God.
at the same time, it's very hard to make a distinction between spending to show the splendor of their god and a golden bull.
Yeah.
Sorry, golden
It's a
cat.
fine, yeah, it's a fine line, and I just realized there was a shark attached to
Exactly,
me.
like I said, it's a hard thing to distinguish between the two.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it is a fine line.
Mm-hmm.
And distinguishing between the two depends on each and every person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It doesn't matter whether or not you are
Actually doing
in
one
that
thing.
religion or not. Like everybody in the religion, each has their own individual fine line of what is what on each side.
That's true enough.
Same
Different
as everybody
interpretations.
outside of it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Man, this Lagami got wrecked.
Still getting wrecked.
I almost sub 10-minute him, but oh well. What's the phrase? Everybody's got opinions and they all stink? Or no, that's not the full phrase. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got them and they all stink. Something like that.
What's up?
I was trying to remember the exact phrasing for the,
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and they usually stink.
yeah, there it is. Okay. I was trying to lead into, like, don't take my word for anything. Just... my opinions are my opinions.
No, my opinions are my opinions. I make no claim that they are based
That
in the
they're
mind
accurate.
of greatness.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
As a matter of fact, I'd probably argue the opposite.
God knows I have my stupid moments. Dead rabbit! Lagami's like, why were you talking about religion this entire freaking time, man? I'm cute and fluffy. You are cute and fluffy, but you're also dead. We're going back to that tragedy addict again. Oh, crap. And I guess to Duo's point, though, whenever anybody asks me, like, about my creative pursuits as far as writing is concerned, I always answer them, oh, it's dark fantasy, or it's, you know, something similar.
Well, you do write dark fantasy, not tragedy.
That's true. If I wrote tragedy, everyone would be dead, not just some of them.
If you wrote tragedy, you just watched the news.
Oh god, yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, that's true enough. Oh my god. Yeah, I would be a newscaster if I wrote real tragedy. That's a depressing thought, good lord. Probably not a uncommon one though, unfortunately. Although there is one genre that I know I'll never be able to emulate in any fashion, and that's Japanese or Korean horror.
Oh god, they are so fucking creative and realistic.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Their creativity in unsettling someone is unbelievable.
Even if it's bad, the art
usually makes up for some of it.
Yeah, some of that, actually a lot of that art is really and truly unsettling and creepy.
Oh yeah.
And beautifully done.
In a really weird way. Like I should say
you don't want to look at it,
yeah,
but
you don't even want to call it beautiful.
Appreciating how well it's done.
Yeah, but the
it's
artistic
just beautiful.
Yeah, the artistic skill behind it is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I can't remember
the artistic skill behind it and the artistic skill in practice
this way. Yeah.
is beautiful. Not the art, but I guess by extension the art.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about, right? Then it becomes the definition of what is beautiful and what is art. But I kind of I wish I had Don on the horn right now because there's this particular Japanese manga artist who specializes in horror. I think his last name, or it might be his first name, is Ito. And yeah, I can't remember his first name, or the first part of his name. But he was one of the people that one of my professors actually introduced me to, my thesis advisor, actually. Because it was a horror writing class, and so she was like, this is different kind of horror, because it was body horror at that.
Oh god, I know I know the manga you're talking about.
Yeah, it was only like
read it.
It was only like 10 pages. Like, it was very short. But oh my god, it was horrific. And it was terrifying. And I can't even really describe it properly, but I'll do my best. So this manga essentially started off as like something really crazy happened in a small town where like the earth split in half and there was holes the exact shape of a person in the town. Like, you could find your hole, for lack of a better way of putting it. And people were just drawn to them for no reason whatsoever, and people couldn't understand why, and they would just go into the holes and shimmy their way through. Like, the police would try to stop them, and so on and so forth, and after, like, a couple of days, people started emerging on the other side. And what they don't tell you in the beginning of the manga is the other side of the wall looks like spaghetti. Yeah. And when people were coming out, they looked like freaking Slenderman bastardized into... I don't even know what you want to call it. But the way the guy drew it was just... oh my god. Like, I can't do it justice.
It was horrifying.
Oh yeah, because in concept it sounds really simple. Like, oh, some guy goes in the hole and he comes out disfigured. Okay, so what, big deal.
In practice, it's either shitty or it's like it was.
Or it's terrifying. Yeah, like, I actually thought about that manga for a while after we had finished reading it. Because it was just... The certain spots that he would focus on, like, he would focus on, like, the characters' faces after they emerged, like, their thoughts as they were going down the tunnel, and just be like, why am I doing this? I don't understand why I'm doing this, but it feels like I need to do this. Like, this is my hole, therefore I need to go through it. Yeah, it was freaking weird. Yeah, body horror is just... Hey, Fujin!
Hey, MasterFujin!
How's it going, dude? We're just talking about Japanese horror manga. While I'm delivering.
Drop a shout out?
Yeah, Duo, if you're still here, drop a shout out to Fujin, please. Otherwise, I will do so after I leave this cave of Benevolence.
He's probably getting ready for... Actually, no, he doesn't have work today, does he?
Correct.
He probably has you at volume 1 of 100.
Yeah, maybe. Read a manga where they put a lady in a brazen bowl. That crap was horrifying. Duo, give MasterFujin a shout out. Also, give you and Tom a shout out, please. Wolfie!
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Duo! Fujin's a lot of fun. He plays Don't Starve every once in a while, and apparently he was doing some just chatting stuff as well. I think you were doing some Jackbox stuff on New Year's. Solid dude.
Yeah, I remember...
Ghost gives follow.
Some kind of Jackbox-y game.
Yeah, I think we were playing, like, Quiplash.
Quiplash, I think it might have been?
Yeah, because that was when I used the Tide Pods answer for 2 different things.
In a row.
Yeah.
They just fit so well, though.
Well, one of them was, like, games that children play that was, like, instead of truth or dare, it was truth and what else, and I filled in the answer of Tide Pods because, I mean...
Well, it kind of fits.
Yeah, and I forget what the other one was. I think it was, the Campbell Soup Can artist guy. What would he draw in modern day times? And so I answered Tide Pods.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a better answer, but it was still funny.
There was, and I had it, like, 20 seconds after you submitted it.
Exclamation point SO me, Duo! And wait, what broke? It's broken recently. I'm going back to our busy life again. Oh, my schedule is broken recently. Plus I'm going back to study soon. Oh, boy.
Ooh.
I hear that one though, dude. I think I've said this a few different times, so I apologize if it's getting old, but I just recently picked up a job myself a couple of weeks ago. It's a 9 to 5, and I have to be awake at 6 o'clock in the morning to be able to get there for 9. So...
yeah.
But what you studying? I'm curious.
I feel like we've heard this answer before.
I feel like too.
And they're just too bird-brained to remember it. Well, cat-brained for you and goldfish for me.
Well, I know Fujin's a chef.
Yes.
But I don't know if he's going back for chef stuff. I don't know the right... Culinary. There we go. For culinary studies. Jesus.
You mean some kind of culinary study.
Yeah. Wow. Exclamation point. Congrats! Oh, thanks!
Yeah, the job.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly a glorious job. I'm essentially a glorified receptionist, really, but the people are really cool.
You mean the crew you work with?
Yeah, my boss is really great, so I can't... Well, so far. It's been 2 weeks, so... And it's not even like... I didn't even take that much of a hit from my last pay grade, so I can't argue. So I'm still doing full-time work. Gotcha.
So it'll be...
no longer in culinary. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
That was a long time ago. Ah, gotcha.
Oh.
So you have a history in culinary. Ow. Freaking cat. Yeah, so
Sorry,
I
I'm
think
just remembering the night where we learned that
Crew
you
and
Crew were chefs.
His crew was...
It just sounded like you were still in it.
Yeah. So I think Crew was saying he was cooking in like a vegan restaurant, I think?
No,
I'm just an office job.
I think Crew's wife is vegan?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, office job is still, you know, work. That's what I did for 6 years previous. I mean, it's not for everybody, granted. But, I mean, I hope you're at least enjoying the work, or some aspect of it. Because I know office work can get really dry really fast if there isn't something to break up the monotony. I'm gonna go back to my course before where I stopped. Going back to IT. Oh, frick. Okay. I feel like that sounds familiar.
Rumple does IT.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For a Fortune 500 company. Actually, in the last 2 years, he's gone to...
He's done
Actually,
a lot.
3 years. He's been down there, like, down in Georgia, like 3 or 4 years now, hasn't he?
Fujin says Crew is also doing, or also did culinary, but is also now studying for IT. That's hilarious. So we're on the same page. Yeah, that's amazing. That's really cool, though. I mean, hey, all the power to you guys. Like, tech stuff is something that, while I can understand it, it takes me longer to understand it than other things.
Yeah, I can understand tech stuff as long as it is related to, like, engines or mechanical.
Yeah, oh, I forgot. Ow.
And not too complicated. Like, I can set up and wire an entire fuel injection system, but...
But God help me when it comes to...
No, God help me trying to figure out how to freaking build the circuit board.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
I can
beyond me.
understand the basics for tuning it too and setting it up, but don't try and have me do it in hexadecimal.
Oh God, don't even get me started on hexadecimal.
Yeah, you're starting to get the idea.
Like, I know certain immediate things with hexadecimal. Like, 000 is black, as far as colors are concerned. But that's only because I played a little Facebook game where you could customize various critters, and they gave you the hexadecimal codes for certain colors.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Now, the reason why I actually specifically reference hexadecimal
Freaking duo.
is for 2 of the cars that we own, tuning them
Requires a hexadecimal converter.
No, tuning them actually requires to program their computer in hexadecimal.
Oh God.
So they're essentially they're Excel sheets inside for plug and play math equations.
Yeah.
To get what you want for or need for air, fuel, spark, whatever. You have to enter all of that in hexadecimal. That Excel sheet has to be hexadecimal.
Gotcha. Ow.
And in ours, I think it's like 2,600 different Excel sheets that you can access, and it's not specified.
Duo says if it's more complicated than the toaster, I don't trust it, and I have a gun ready to shoot it. Fair enough.
Reminds me of
we did that before in our course, which called Smart Systems. I just love that course. We did robotics and circuit boards plus programming. That sounds fun, though.
Yeah, that is
like,
fun. I
know I'll probably be horrible at it, but it still sounds fun. I get that from IT department heads I've known too. What, the toaster thing?
Yeah. The old, I guess now old joke, one of the jokes you get in America is, my wife asked me why I carry a gun in the house. And I looked at her dead-faced and went, Decepticons. She laughed, I laughed, the toaster laughed, I shot the toaster.
Yeah. Ow. I just got squished by a giant bug. Ironically. Like, anyone at the bottom of the tech rabbit hole doesn't trust crap. Well, they shouldn't. Let's be honest here. At the time that you need, or the time that you have to depend on technology the most, it fails you.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had that.
it never fails. Like, for me, what I do now, every time I'm like, oh yeah, I have a perfect spot for this person to put in the schedule, and my computer's just like, no. I'm gonna start to crash now. And I'm just like, all I need is a time and a date to confirm with this poor person. Like, come on.
Oh, Duo. I was not referencing that joke.
Oh. Fujin is giggling.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying. Not surprising. Seltas Queen rips me apart.
I mean, to me, it's a funny joke.
Well, I think it's hilarious. I mean, I just have a general distrust for man-made things. Because if it's man-made, generally, like, humans aren't perfect, so there's gonna be a flaw somewhere, eventually. It's just a matter of finding it. The more it gets complicated, the more deeper the rabbit hole it goes.
Basically.
Yeah? Yeah, tech stuff can get freaking wild. I tried drop JavaScript way back when in high school. That's about the extent of my IT quote-unquote knowledge. Next thing you know, you were already dealing with the government. Lol. Yeah?
Not gonna lie, I know I'm on a few lists.
Oh, no doubt. Probably me and you both, but more so you.
Yeah.
Because you get super curious about stuff, and you just start researching things, and then
I
you
wind
just don't
up knowing
stop.
shit that's
Probably
not
isn't good.
great to know.
Probably.
If you just want to live a very quiet life.
Just like the anime Steins Gate. Actually, I actually have not seen Steins Gate.
Oh, I keep hearing that I gotta watch that.
Zion was recommending it to us at one point.
Yeah.
A toaster is a heating element, and a timer. Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
It's pretty.
Toaster and a toaster oven are essentially.
A heating element.
Well, a toaster oven, I think, is a little bit different than a toaster. I believe a toaster itself actually has a secondary thermistor in it that will disconnect the electricity to the heating element after a certain temperature inside the toaster.
Hang on, I'm gonna need you to give me that word again.
Thermistor.
Thermistor?
Thermistor, yes.
I'm sorry.
Think of a breaker in a house.
But
Yeah.
thermal. That's.
It actually has a sensor. It's a thermal breaker.
Fujin says watch Steins Gate. It's like the #1 ranked anime from my anime list. Fair enough.
It's his top one too.
It's your top one as well. I've heard it's really good, like in terms of like a psychological way as well. But
Yeah,
I could be thinking of something else.
My number ones are odd.
Yeah.
The people wouldn't expect my number ones to be my number ones.
Well, that's because you vary from pure wholesome energy that is top tier adorable to
Yes.
that is so dark I need more.
Yes.
So, generally speaking, your recommended list is wild. She still hasn't watched My Hero either. I don't have time to watch My Hero. It's like, what, 60 plus episodes?
That's not that bad. It's
No,
not
it's-
like you're trying to watch One Piece.
Oh, good lord.
I
I
think
read
there-
One Piece at one
I think
point.
the last
Ow.
time I checked a few years ago, Funimation had it registered as like 996 episodes.
Oh my god, it's freaking insane.
Like, what?
Like, I thought it was fun in the beginning when I was reading it, but after I realized that there were still like 600 more chapters to go and I was only at chapter 300, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Oh, actually, Fullmetal Alchemist is apparently #1 on my anime list, and Steins Gate is #2. Huh. Well, Fullmetal Alchemist is...
Popular.
It's pretty good too, though.
But it's also almost any of the popular ones, like
Oh, God.
really popular ones, will tend to be like teenage edgelord kind of dark.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Not to knock any of it. It doesn't mean
No,
that
no.
they suck or anything. It's just like, they tend to be that because it tends to be
the audience.
broadest.
Yeah, also this.
It'll attract the broadest audience.
Yeah, that's true. I liked Full Metal for the things that it talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, Ed is a great character, but Alphonse I felt like was far more interesting. Oh god. Nami's tits keep getting bigger too. Eventually she'll just be tits with Lee.
With
or the legs.
I mean, isn't that what she is to begin with?
That's what some people think of her, yes. I mean, honestly, I don't remember Nami's freaking strong points, so.
Her tits aren't that big. Every character in Sekirei has bigger tits.
FMA is a mainstream anime? Oh yeah. For sure. It's been mainstream for freaking years.
Decades at this point, it feels like. It feels like it's been mainstream for almost 2 decades.
Yeah, because I knew about it when we were in high school. Which isn't 2 decades, but still, it's a while.
It's one.
It's at least one.
And
well, they also released Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which was kind of like the shortened version.
Yeah, because they keep kind of redoing it or adding more. And from what I hear, not sucking like it started happening with Bleach after season 1.
Season 2.
2.
I'll give Bleach 2 seasons before it started getting kind of edgy and really annoying.
When they came back from, what was it, the Spirit World or whatever?
When they came back like the second time, and Ichigo got super like mopey and edgelordy, and he's like, dude, you're a freaking Shinigami. Like, you have magical powers. Come on. But if you go for like indie ones, it's just you watch animes like Sayonara Setsubo? Or Setsubo Sensei. That's my number 1 for their art. Okay. Noted.
God, what are some of my high ranks recently?
In general, or just art-wise?
Yes. I believe... Interspecies Reviewer I was so pissed that it got cut. And not because of the art, not because of the subject matter, or any of that. Because of the fucking adult jokes.
Oh, the jokes were freaking hilarious. Like, the content, whatever, I don't really care. But the jokes were freaking funny.
I could care less for the content. It was all about the jokes and character interaction. It was
like the succubus party?
Hysterical.
Like, the freaking political jokes were absolutely hilarious.
It was clearly not aimed for anybody under the age of like 20.
I was gonna say like 25, but yeah.
But other than that would be like Kokurio, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, Restaurant to Another World.
Overlord was fun.
Overlord is fun.
It's fun in that how crazy Ainz goes in some of the cases.
Yeah.
Speaking of art, the one I'm playing right now, which is Omori. Those type of art is what I adore. Oh god! Kind of like the Harajuku style. Omori was made by Omacat, if you're familiar. I am not familiar.
Not familiar. But yeah, what is it? Restaurant to Another World, Spice and Wolf.
Spice Wolf, of course, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not necessarily for art style.
Oh,
but,
Interviews with Monster Girls.
Interviews with Monster Girls.
Freaking adorable.
Yes. Not as good as Interviews with Monster Girls, but still fairly good, would be Diary of a Centaur.
Centaur's Life.
Yeah, sorry, Centaur's Life. What was actually really good? There was one that had a really good art style and was well done. And
for wholesomeness?
Yeah, it wasn't Senko-san, but Senko-san is also
But it was
up
like
there.
Senko-san?
No.
Frick. Oh, god. Crap!
I can't remember.
You're not thinking of Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, are you?
No. But that was also good.
That was fun.
Slime, I think, was one... that time I got reincarnated as a slime, I think
MMO Junkie.
Yes. Recovery of an MMO Junkie, I think, was one of those ones where we were like... Early on, we were like, holy shit, this art.
Oh, also, if you want to see Direwolf in an anime, and I say this as a joke, he's not actually in the anime, but if you want to see, like, the embodiment of Direwolf in an anime character, the Akashic Records of a Bastard Magic Instructor.
And apparently, I'm the instructor.
Oh, yeah, you are full force that teacher.
At least in real life with friends.
Well, yeah, for the most part. Like, there's a couple of things that are obviously, like, not you, but The bastard jokes are absolutely you.
Oh yeah.
Slime got really repetitive though. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
an isekai, but it's fun. It had its cute elements.
I think the reason why Slime was appealing was because the main character and the anime kind of never really took themselves seriously.
So
It's more
Wolfie is a
just-
sensei. He does like to teach people.
Apparently, teaching people is one of the few things I'm actually
Decent at.
really unwittingly good at.
I'm apparently bad at teaching people, or I just didn't have the right people, because I tried to teach you Japanese once.
No, he's a neat.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, technically I get.
Technically you are.
Well, technically I'm a stay-at-home husband at the moment.
That's also true.
I might not be employed, but like today I rebuilt an entire exhaust system for somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I do crap.
Yeah, no, you do stuff.
Although I do have a bit of an issue with sitting home reading manga. I haven't really watched that much anime at all recently.
Neither have I. I don't know if it's just because I prefer the act of reading.
I also don't
But-
feel like there's almost any anime worth watching this year. It's not this year, 2020.
Ah, yeah, fair enough. Well, apparently we gotta check out Steins Gate at some point, so
Yeah.
that wasn't made in
I've
2020.
heard Steins Gate and like, what is it?
Seltas! Oh my god!
The railgun one,
Scientific Railgun?
something like that. That whole
Oh,
series I heard was pretty decent too.
I haven't had time to watch anime nowadays. Yeah, I get that one.
Yeah.
I pretty much get the weekend, and at that point, I either want to, play games, or write, or, clean. Because I have to. Adult things that I don't want to do.
Yeah, chauffeuring Dire Fox to and from work and whatnot kind of sucks it out of me for
Oh,
doing
yeah.
much.
Well, you're essentially in the car for 4 hours a day,
Yeah.
so I don't really blame you. Ow.
God, now I'm trying to do that mental math for what it is in kilometers because I know it in miles.
Well, if it's 140 miles, I don't know what the kilometer equivalent is.
I'd just say rough it at about 300 kilometers a day
Yeah, that's probably a
worth
good
of
rough it.
driving.
Probably.
It's less than that, but it's over 240 kilometers and under 300.
Gotcha. I don't know, we've already been over the fact that I'm distance illiterate.
Yeah. And here I am going to metric rather than freedom units.
Well, we got Fujin. Even my weekend is already booked every week. Either we go to my in-laws, do chores, or have to go catch up with some friends here.
I know, adulting is hard.
Adulting is very hard.
And that is what got me, which anime was it that was like adulting is hard? In the first episode, was it
Senko?
No. I feel like it was, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, but I also
Maybe.
seriously feel like I'm wrong on that one.
There's a few that could probably qualify for that. What's the more recent one that we've been watching? God, By the Grace of the Gods?
Yeah, but that one
That one's okay.
is like the repetitiveness of slime kicked up, basically times 2 because he's just severely overpowered and shit.
Yeah.
But
The classic sort of isekai
yeah,
blessed by the gods.
It's more in how it's done than what is done for why that one's mildly entertaining. The
Speaking of
manga
that,
is
Sonic is
way
pissed
better.
at me. We're supposed to hang out, but I shut off my alarm. Ooh.
Oh,
Sonic's
that's
gonna
not
hold that.
good.
Yeah, Sonic's gonna hold that one against you. Oh god. Oh, Seltas Queen. I can actually watch anime when I'm at my in-laws, but end up just napping there after lunch. You know what? It's fair enough. But I know.
I repeat, adulting is hard.
Well, here's the thing. When I think of like in-laws, I always, for whatever reason, think of my grandparents on my on my dad's side. And my grandmother was a huge proponent. Well, she was Italian, for one. So she fed us to the point of bursting every time she saw us. So it became tradition that after we ate dinner and had our evening coffee, which was a thing. We would.
Everybody with food coma.
Oh yeah, me and my brother brothers would food coma out so hard. Like, can you imagine like a pile of like teenagers just on the couch, just out cold, in front of a bowl of pistachios? That was us.
Well, I was with you because of experience.
Up until
Right up until the bowl of pistachios.
My grandmother gave us snacks all the frickin' time.
Who the fuck gives out pistachios as a snack? I mean, it's
My grandmother.
awesome and a wonderful idea, but who the fuck does that?
The same woman who gave out olives as a snack. She learned that my autistic brother.
Fuck?
Well, here's the thing. My autistic brother, unbeknownst to us, apparently loves black olives.
Wait. You know what? I shouldn't say the fuck to the olives because I completely 100% see, you know, a traditional like 1950s or like 1930s born,
Oops.
almost off the boat Italian grandma doing that.
Pistachio as a snack, Fujin says. Yeah.
Exactly. He gets it.
Yeah, it was either pistachios or Butterfingers. Not Butterfingers, Reese's Cups. Because that's what my autistic brother loved. But he also loved black olives. So she would bring out a bowl, like a little cereal bowl of black olives for this boy, and he would eat every single one of them and then lick his fingers. Olives as a snack! Listen, my autistic brother would also drink vinegar and olive oil like it was water. For reasons unknown. Like, he would eat an entire salad. Like, imagine mixing a giant salad like you would for, like, a family of 5. He'd eat the whole salad and then drink the freaking vinegar. But as a snack.
I mean, I eat olives on pizza and pasta. It's a snack?
Yeah, I couldn't fathom it either. And my other brother loves the, I think they're green olives. They're the big fat green olives that people put, like, the tomato chunks in the center. I forget what those are called. But they usually also add, like, spices to them to make them kind of hot. And that's what I got him as a wedding present. I got him a bottle of one of those. But you know what?
Does he actually love that wedding present?
Oh, he freaking loved it, yeah.
He gave you a very specific look when he got that?
He gave me the look of, like, you mother hubber, but at the same time, like, this is probably the best present I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Besides, like, cash. Or the fact that my uncle gave him, what was it, a jar of, like, $500 in nickels or something?
Pennies.
Was it pennies?
Pennies. He gave him, I can't remember how much, but it was in pennies. And the story was it took him 2 days going from bank to bank
To get all the pennies?
to get all the pennies because they ran out.
But for this freaking dude, though...
And let me tell you, it was like 50 or $100 in pennies, and that shit was
heavy. Oh, yeah.
How do I know? Guess who carried it to the fucking car?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm the one who picked that shit up and carried it to the car.
I know you were helping them out.
And it took more than one trip.
Oh god, yeah, that's funny. Like, the fact that he managed to get a jar that fit the 500 pennies, and he put it in a bag, like the standard, like, money bag.
No.
Did it not fit?
No, it did not fit in a fucking jar, okay?
No, it wasn't like
that
a
was like
jar.
2 duffel bags of pennies.
Oh. Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Didn't he?
And those things damn near rips.
Oh, well, of course. Freaking ridiculous amounts of pennies is heavy. Oh, crap. Yeah, my family's wild. At least my southern relatives are pretty wild. And my brother has embraced the fact that he now has a southern wife. Well, I'm assuming he has. But, yeah. My brother's a simple man.
It depends on which definition you're trying to go by.
I thought about that too.
But I guess that depends too.
Who would carry lots of pennies nowadays? Apparently my uncle.
Well, it was
a joke,
It was one of those bro code jokes.
I wonder how much fake cash costs. Printer paper and some printing, or some printer ink.
That's a federal crime.
Oh, actually, funny story. Okay, so we're gonna divert a little second. So one of the people that I called for my job to pitch my services, my company services or whatever, her voicemail message.
Good correction there.
Yeah. Her voicemail message was, "Hi, thanks for calling such and such. I'm currently in my basement printing 20s. If you would like some money, leave a message. And if this is the IRS, don't take note of this message. Goodbye." And this was like a 50-plus sounding year old woman, and I'm like, you know what? Touche. You do you. Never bring cash or in my wallet. I only have my debit card. No, like good movie prop cash. That's a question.
Huh.
I usually have a bit of emergency cash, just in case. God only knows what happens. But yeah, I mostly rely on my debit card also.
And fun tip, if you keep your debit card at only $100 to $200, it kind of makes it really hard for somebody to steal all your fucking money.
Well, yeah. Assuming you have the frickin' checks in place for, like, not having auto withdrawal and stuff. 50-year-old woman with a record from IRS. I know, right? I lost it.
That would actually be the best, is if they actually had gone to jail for doing that.
Oh, I obviously have no
beforehand.
clue.
No, if somebody has that kind of message, you can basically 98% of the time assume that they're joking.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she
And even if
was.
they have a record, it's probably a high chance that they're joking, but they probably wouldn't go with one of those jokes because they'd get a knock on their door.
Yeah, she's probably so freaking squeaky clean that the IRS is just like, I don't know, man. Like, you do you. At least I would like to think so. But I appreciated her sense of humor in my day of monotony. Because so many other people are just like, oh, you're with who? Okay, so what? And then they're just not super rude, but rude enough where it's just like they obviously don't care. Try to keep cash on me, might buy my life if some junkie gets the drop on me. Eh, that's fair enough. Maybe she's washing some dirty money. Maybe. I obviously don't remember her name, but it would have been funny if she was like Italian or something. So you can make like the Italian mob joke. Although I'm pretty sure the mob didn't casually launder money so openly.
I mean, in Hollywood they do.
Oh yeah, of course.
They actually put it in washing machines and shit.
Which I find freaking funny. We told you to go launder the money. Yeah, well we did it, boss.
Yeah, make it look used.
Mm-hmm. Put it through the washer, put it through the dryer.
Yeah, I forget what movie. It's actually in a couple of movies that them doing that crap.
Putting them in washers.
Yeah, putting
Like actually laundering
fresh,
it?
Yeah, fresh bills in washers and dryers and whatnot to make it look used.
Well, I mean, it works.
And get it out into, you know, into the world a
Sure.
little easier.
I just like to imagine, like, this lady, like, her kitchen is just filled of, like, scrapbooking materials, but her basement, you just hear this constant whirring of, like, money printers.
Clank, 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 clank.
Like, that's why I would just, my writer brain is just like, that's what I want to exist, even though I'm sure that's not the case.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you really need to finish that second book.
I'm working on it.
The more we talk about it and I help you bounce ideas,
You're
the
talking
more
about
I
the,
actually want to fucking read it.
Oh. The one I'm working on currently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ow. That's
The
because
sequel to book 1 is another story.
Oh god! Yeah, sequel to book 1's gonna take a while.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
I know that.
Well, I don't have a plot line. Oh god. Oh, I'm angry. Cool. Well, I do have a plot line, it's just bad, and I don't like it, so... Oh god. Oh, I acorned. Holy crap, that took a while. But yeah, without spoiling much, I work on novel scripts in my quote-unquote spare time. I shouldn't say novel scripts, it's more like novel manuscripts, I guess. Oh! My announcement killed Seltas Queen.
Nice.
Great. You know what? Touche, Seltas Queen. Touche. Because I do kill a bunch of characters. Oh, Jesus. Well, on that note, that's actually gonna do it for me for the night. It is Prowler Power Hour named on purpose, so unfortunately I'm only really gonna have time to stream for like an hour on the weekdays. But we'll see about what happens from here. God. I got a lot of Monster Hunter to catch up on, but probably when I hit G rank finally, and finish that, I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I don't know, maybe some Rune Factory, maybe...
Well, in the
God only knows what.
meantime,
It is done for today, it is.
for the most part, we're trying to do Prowler Power
I
Hour.
want a payday with you two? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wish I could do an hour of a stream, lol. I don't want to. I would love to go another hour, but I literally need to make food and then I need to pass the frick out.
Yeah.
I literally have 40 minutes to eat and then go to sleep. Which is sucktastic.
For the most part. And then we gotta be up at, 5:36 a.m. because it's 8:20 right now where we are.
Yeah.
To get her to work by 9.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever really... When I normally was, quote-unquote, normally streaming,
I don't think you did a stream
normal...
under 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, I would usually go for at least 2 or 3 hours. But people always guilt-trip me, then peer pressure next stream to stream more. You know what? I can understand that, though. Like...
It's like Dare taught you. You need to learn to say no.
Maybe, but, I mean...
Sorry, just say no.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fun. You get to hang out with everybody, and I know it's a joke.
Shitty joke!
I know. I'm just... I'm just saying stuff.
You never fucking take me seriously. The one fucking time!
When a man's alone in the woods, is he still wrong?
Yeah. No, not when. If a man's alone in the woods, is he still wrong?
Right. I don't peer pressure people like I know you guys are busy people too. Yeah, it's fair enough.
Not so much busy as don't want to get fired on the 3rd week.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying my damnedest to adhere to this sleep schedule, and I know if I mess it up once, it's gonna be game over, and I'm not gonna be able to get it back again.
Why? Because she's an actual cat girl and likes to sleep 27 hours out of the day, 9 days a week.
Right? Unless that person does this for a full-time job, then maybe. Yeah, fair enough.
And yeah, can confirm, cat girls aren't all they're cracked up to be.
Can confirm. Elon has something coming to him, and when he wants to make freaking cat girls. But,
we'll find out.
Indeed.
His problem.
Yeah. As always, Duo, Fujin, and anybody who might have stopped by. Tom also, of course. Can't forget about Tom. And anybody else who might have stopped by to say hi.
One of your awesome moderators?
Yeah, one of the awesome moderators, exactly. It's always a pleasure talking to you dudes. Hope appreciate the time we hang out. Thank you, Fujin. I certainly appreciate getting to talk to you as well.
Yeah.
Good night, good sir.
Always a blast.
Oh yeah, always.
Hopefully you'll see us more often.
Yeah, hopefully.
If only for short periods of time.
Yeah, if only for these like shotgun periods of time. We're actually gonna go raid the Gift of Cookies. She's streaming currently. Fujin, I'm not sure if you've gotten to meet her yet. She's making it a mission to just make cookies for people. So
wait.
You want to explain it a little bit?
Her hobby is to make cookies. She makes too many, obviously, because it's her hobby, and it's kind of like just her, and she doesn't have a lot of people to give them to.
Yeah.
So part of it is basically, part of her channel is that she gets some people's addresses and just mails them the extras.
Yeah.
So you can get the gift of cookies in your mailbox at random.
Exactly. So we're gonna go give her a raid and just to say hi.
It's a fantastic concept.
Exactly. So,
and
3, 2, 1, let us go! Raid time!